Hey, I want to share with you a thought today around prayer, and I know this is going to be practical and helpful for many people. So tune into this. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 to 18 says this: Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God for you. Now, when we hear that word pray without ceasing, that word ceasing or stopping, pray without stopping, we think that's impossible, but it's really not. A lot of us think the only way I'm going to do that is if I go and hide away in a mountain or in a cave somewhere and pray for the rest of my life. You don't have to do that. It's really simple. It's something you can incorporate in your life every day just with practice and with habit. And so let me give you some examples, all right? Let's pretend somebody else is in this room with me today and they're off in that corner. I can be aware that they're there. I might be conscious that they're there. But who knows, the atmosphere in the room would actually shift if I don't just become conscious in my peripheral vision that they're there. But the atmosphere shifts when I actually become thankful that they're there. And I look at them and I acknowledge them and I become thankful. The atmosphere in the room begins to shift. Now, let's take that into our relationship with God. And this is what can help you. No matter what you're doing in all circumstances, you can pray without ceasing today. What it is, it's when you shift your consciousness of God into thankfulness. And some of you are already conscious that God is with you, that He loves you, that He lives inside of you by His Holy Spirit. But shift your consciousness into thankfulness, and you will see your atmospheres change around you. Let me give you some examples. While I'm washing up the dishes now, I don't wash up the dishes the same anymore. As I'm washing them up, I become conscious that God is with me, but then I become thankful. And this is what I do. I'm washing up the dishes and I say, wow, God, I thank you that you're with me. But God, I thank you that you have been washing me, that you've washed my heart and my mind, and I'm clean. You've washed the dirt away, and I thank you for that today, God. I thank you for the water of your Holy Spirit. I thank you that I've been baptized and I've become born again and I'm new. As I breathe in the fresh air, as I walk outside, I breathe in the fresh air and I say, oh God, I thank you that you've breathed life into me, that you've breathed your spirit into me, and I'm never alone. As the sun hits your head or hits your face outside, you can begin to be thankful. Oh, I thank you that the Son of Man has been lifted up and He's seated on the right hand of the throne of God. And I thank you that you're looking down on me and you're within me at the same time. As you're in a conversation at work or in school, you can be talking with somebody and become conscious that God is with you, but then shift your consciousness to thankfulness. As I'm talking to this camera right now, I'm conscious that God is with me, but then I begin to be thankful. Oh God, I thank you that you're relational, that you're with me. I thank you that I have your help and your presence with me today at work, and I'm not alone. And so here's some keys. Shift your consciousness to thankfulness, and you will begin to live a life where you pray without ceasing. You can start this today, no matter what you're doing. Find ways that you can be thankful that God is near and within your life. You begin to do this, I'm telling you, man, the presence of God and the energy of the Lord will just begin oozing out of you every moment of the day. I hope that blesses somebody, and I will see you again very, very soon.